Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. Today we are harvesting soybeans. So we just got Dad set up on the 9510 with the bean head. We've been harvesting corn because we just got some rain, so we didn't figure the beans would be ready to go. We've been filling the sue bin. So now that we've got the fan running on the sue bin, we've got about half the bin, I'd say, of corn in there with the fan on, so hopefully that's drying down. Corn has been running about 19% moisture. Can't really complain about that. It's pretty good for this time of year. Yield though is kind of all over the place, and I discussed that in my last video. So we put the reel back on the corn head and kept using that. Found that it works a lot better with the reel than without, with all the downed corn. So now we're harvesting beans because the beans can go. Right now they're running about 11%, which is really good. So we're gonna keep harvesting beans. They're calling for clear weather in the forecast, so we're gonna try to get as much out as we can. The beans are gonna be going straight onto the truck, and I'm gonna be taking them down to Gavilon. So I parked the truck out in the field. We're about to take the 82 and the Brent V1100 out to the field and do a calibration load. Since this has a scale on it, we are going to calibrate the yield monitor so it's giving us accurate readings. So what do you say we hop in the tractor and take it out? Dad's about got his first load. He's gonna dump that off, and then we're gonna start the calibration and go from there. So we have not used the Brent at all yet. Travis has been using the 46 and my smaller Brent cart. Eventually we're gonna have to start using this. We're not really needing to use it, so to save hours in the 82 we've just been using the 46, but it's quickly coming time to where we're going to be needing it because we need the field storage, especially since I'm going to start taking beans down. We're going to want to load up both carts. So right now the scale is reading negative 60 pounds. I'm going to wait until we go to load it before I tear that weight. Travis just left 76, that's why the auger's taken down. We were doing corn until now. But he went down to get the Rhino 4155. He's gonna be mowing corn stalks to hopefully make some fodder bales at the end of the week. It's always a good idea to make sure that the bottom door is closed on the grain cart before you start dumping in it. About the same height as the one last year. All right, Rocket, I'll be back. I'd say the beans are yielding pretty decent. I've seen anywhere, I'd say I've seen about 60 bushels to the acre so far. We're just getting started on this first trip, so can't really give a too accurate estimate on what the yield is doing quite yet. But just unloaded for the first time out of the Brent V1100. Whoops! Got the front a little full. Grain cart operating is definitely a perishable skill. So this is what the first load of beans of the year looks like. It is now 7 something, and still waiting. I talked to a guy who was down here, and he said that the line this morning was 4 hours long. So hopefully tomorrow our first load doesn't take that long. Second load of beans, Dad's going out. Travis and I are gonna head to my fields today and try to get some of that harvested. So it's 7 in the morning. I'm loading the truck up now. We're gonna take off for Dubuque and hope that there isn't a huge line. While I'm gone, Travis is gonna service the combine and run the equipment up to the field and hopefully start harvesting before I get back. Well, we just made a dust cloud in the buildings. You coming, dude? Take that as yes. Come on. Come on, buddy. Try it, get your feet up there. There's a pretty long line to scale down here. I just barely made it in the driveway. So I've been waiting about 2 hours now, and I'm just past the scale. I'm waiting in line. Now when you're hauling like this, there's two important things that you need to memorize. What the truck in front of you looks like, and the truck behind you looks like. You need to know what the front one looks like, because you need to follow it, and you need to know what the back one looks like, because if it's in front of you, that's not good. So I've had a couple people come up and say hi. I don't really mind waiting so much as long as I have some kind of entertainment. I brought my Nintendo Switch along with me, and I've been playing it on and off, and people have been coming up and talking, and it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm okay with waiting. It's just I want to get back to the farm so I can keep hauling. The more loads that we get out, the better. So when I get back, I expect that we'll be starting my soybeans and getting some of those out. Now we're at my 30-acre no-till field, and Andrew's here. He calibrated the yield monitor in the combine, and I had him hop in the 82 for me and take a look at the Digistar monitor, because the number, the scale on the side wasn't displaying anything. Well, he got a hold of support and he got it all figured out for us. So thanks, Andrew. You can always count on your friendly neighborhood agronomist. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna empty out the weigh wagon and the Brent cart, and then I'm gonna go get another dump from Travis, and we're gonna weigh that, and then we're gonna calibrate the scale on the Brent, so we should have an accurate reading that way. I noticed that it wasn't exactly accurate on the load that I had last night. It caused me to overload the front. So we're just gonna do the calibration on it, and it should be pretty simple. So I've got our calibration load right now. We've got about 6,100 pounds on. I'm gonna dump it into the weigh wagon. Andrew's gonna get the measurement. Then we're gonna divide the known weight by the calibrated weight, or the displayed weight. And that'll give us a number that we can multiply to adjust settings in the monitor. That should give us an accurate measurement.
It's important that you press the 0 button first before the on-off, or it will shut off. And I will demonstrate it. Once it says setup, let go, and the current number displays. It will show a flashing 0 to the right. This information is only needed if
Okay,
you're going
so-
to change the type of implement. So we take your known weight, which is 28,000 pounds, divided by your displayed weight, which was 27,000 pounds. Take that number and multiply it by 46,125. And we
But we multiply it by this number, right?
Yep, so we take, so our known weight's 5740. I had Travis at his counter to 0 on the combine. And we're within, we were within 0.5% accuracy on our calo that we did. So
Between what it was, so it was
from what it was,
It was
yeah. So
accurate.
it was really close before.
okay.
So
Cool.
so then when he unloads, it should be within, I would say, with a grain cart, typically it's gonna be within a couple percent.
And I can verify it with the weights once I take it down too. So
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So we're down here with my load of beans, and in contrast to this morning, there's like no line, which is really surprising. I don't know if it's because they sent out a mass text saying that they're taking beans over at 7th Street, and everybody thinking that they're smart was going to go over there instead. But there's only like 3 trucks ahead of me, so I'm hoping that this is real quick, and optimistically, but probably not, make it back down here again. That way we can move to my other field. So I had about 83,000 pounds on. This truck weighs about 24,600. So we aim for around 950 bushels of beans off the combine is where we got that number from. So hurry up and wait. We just got back. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, please be done, please be done. There's still some standing beans here. Let's go park on top of the hill again. He's got a little bit to go yet. We're gonna get the rest of this on. I have plenty of time, I think. It's 3:41. Gavilon's open for another 2 hours, so we should be able to get that patch done. And I'll take that down. Hopefully Travis can get the combine moved over to the other field, start harvesting there. I'd like to get the truck full and the wagon full, and maybe even the combine full tonight. So that way I can be at Gavilon first thing in the morning and come back right away, load up immediately, and then go back again. Because I had a big pause here when we were waiting for Travis to fill up, because after he serviced the combine, it took him a little while to get going. So I'm gonna hop in the 82 and wait for him to finish up. tonight we finished my 30-acre no-till soybean field, and that yielded about 50 bushels to the acre, which I'm now not all that crazy about. But we started breaking open the next field, which is going to be in our next video, and that one was no-till for 7 years until this spring when we had came through and chisel plowed it, hit it with the VT, and then planted it straight across. And it was the first time it's been soybeans in probably at least 7 years. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes so far. The yields are looking very promising on that one, so I'm hoping that'll bring my average up. So that's pretty much it for this video. Be sure to stay tuned for our next one when we head over to that field, and I'll keep you guys in the loop as we continue harvesting soybeans. So with that, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All How Farms working with that. I'll see you next time.